Otto is a grumpy old man, who argues at the superstore about being charged for 6 yards of rope, when he only took 5 yards, and the extra yard cost 33 cents. Otto is a sociopath and doesn't like other people. Otto works for the neighborhood association and checks for every infraction by residents, like bikes on lawns, parking permits not displayed correct inside cars, and so on. Otto cancels his phone, electricity and gas accounts. He vacuums his house. He dresses immaculately. He has decided to commit suicide. During a self-destruction endeavor by hanging, Otto has flashbacks to his previous years beforehand. He attempted to join up with the military, however was dismissed because of his hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. He meets Sonia on a train in the wake of returning a book she dropped. During the endeavor he is interfered with by his new neighbors, Marisol, who is pregnant, and Tommy. They present to him some Mexican food and request to acquire an Allen wrench. He again endeavors hanging himself, yet the noose affixing tumbles from the roof. As he tumbles to the floor he recognizes a rose bouquet commercial in the paper that he'd put on the floor. He later visits Sonia's grave and educates her regarding the new neighbors. Otto endeavors self-destruction once more, this time by means of carbon monoxide harming. He encounters a flashback to a supper with Sonia. He tells her he is energetic about vehicles and admits to her that he hasn't joined the military because of his heart condition and doesn't have some work, inciting Sonia to kiss him. Marisol upsets Otto's self-destruction endeavor, requesting that he take her and her children to the emergency clinic after Tommy fell and broke his leg utilizing a stepping stool Otto had loaned to him. Tommy was taken by emergency vehicle, yet Marisol doesn't have a driver's permit. Otto hesitantly concurs and takes them to the medical clinic. At the medical clinic Otto sits with the children and a comedian named Beppo comes and gets a quarter from Otto for a stunt. The quarter that Otto gives was a silver 1964 quarter that he got from Sonia, when he initially met her. After the stunt, Otto sees that Beppo returned an alternate quarter and Otto attacks him till he gets his unique quarter back. A couple of days after the fact she tracks down a frozen feline in her carport and carries it to Otto's home to resuscitate it. Otto has a flashback to his graduation when he requested that Sonia wed him. During a self-destruction endeavor via train, an elderly person blacks out and falls forward onto the railroad tracks. Otto saves the man and the occurrence turns into a web sensation and he is saved from an approaching train by somebody grasping his hand from the stage and hauling him out of the tracks. Marisol believes that Otto should give her driving examples, yet he declines. Marisol gets the examples from another neighbors who shows her totally off base, provoking Otto to assume responsibility for her driving directions. Marisol has just at any point driven programmed, however Otto demands that she figures out how to drive stick. Marisol inquires as to whether he'd take her for a driving illustration and later they visit Sonia's #1 pastry shop, which the couple previously visited consistently. At the bread shop, he informs her regarding his fellowship with a man named Ruben, the two having cooperated to lay out rules and request, with Otto as director of the local affiliation board. The two developed separated after Ruben's inclination for passages and Toyotas over Otto's Chevrolets and the upset of supplanting Otto as director. A nearby transsexual high schooler, Malcolm, perceives Otto as Sonia's significant other while conveying papers and flyers in the area. Malcolm slices through Otto's disgruntlement at receipt of the papers and describes that Sonia was his instructor, and an example of the rare type of person who acknowledged him as he was. A fellowship structures between the pair and Otto fixes Malcolm's bike. Subsequent to evading a web-based entertainment writer named Shari Kenzie who is endeavoring to talk with him corresponding to the prior viral video, Otto blows up at both Marisol and a America realtor Mike Birbiglia. While pursuing the specialist away, Otto gets disturbed and winded, however won't tell Marisol anything and closes her out. He endeavors to end it all by shotgun, yet is interfered with by Malcolm, who requests to go through the night after his dad threw him out. Otto discovers that America is wanting to compel Ruben into a nursing home and take their home, after illicitly finding out that Anita was determined to have Parkinson's infection. In this way, Ruben needs to move into an extraordinary requirements place and Anita into a retirement home. This way the land organization gets the house assuming that Chris consents to offer to them, which he does. Otto consents to help Anita and Ruben. Marisol won't help Otto, she is furious with him about closing her out, until he tells her that he and Sonia went to Niagara Tumbles to observe Sonia's pregnancy. On the transport back home, They were engaged with an accident, and Sonia became incapacitated and had a premature delivery. The area was not open to Sonia, and Otto was removed from the chairmanship after a warmed showdown with a America delegate David McGee. Otto needed to take all the land organizations out of town, and needed to sue the transport organization who had a review on the brakes of the transport, however never sorted it out, yet ruled against it to really focus on Sonia. With the assistance of the area and Shari Kenzie, who questions the rep on how he approaches clinical records of seniors, Ruben and Anita can keep their home. Otto implodes and is taken to the clinic, where he records Marisol as his closest relative. Subsequent to being let by a cardiologist know that Otto's heart is too enormous, she chuckles, prior to starting to give birth and brings forth a child. At some point, Tommy sees that Otto didn't scoop the snow on his walkway, which he did each and every day of his life. Marisol and Tommy go into Otto's home to think that he is dead, having surrendered to his augmented heart. A burial service is held, went to by his neighbors. In a letter to Marisol, Otto says that his legal counselor will give her his financial balances, furnishing them with enough cash to deal with her family, alongside his new vehicle and house. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this.